again, whether modern medicine, allopathic medicine, or orthodox medicine, all of them, their foundations are the traditional medicine or natural medicine or organic medicine, which came from plants and other roots, as well as food substances that have been consumed over the years. Even the father of medicine, Hippocrates, in those days, he was using natural medicaments and other remedies to cure diseases. And that's how the evidence comes in with research and documentation. And that's exactly what we are doing with people like Dadanokua, the chairman of Modern Traditional Medicine Center, where we help them research and documentation on the effect of substances or medicaments given to patients. So they will be able to really provide the evidence that those medicines or therapies work. And we were also doing it with all the other specialists in different fields that we have here in that respect. And in essence, to some extent, we also go into clinical trials, phase one, which will also document where those medicaments and traditional preparations work and where they don't work. It's the same thing with modern medicine. And let me tell you something about traditional complementary alternative medicine. It doesn't speak English. Just like Dadenokua tried to explain himself in Pidgin, that is the language that our people at the grassroots understand. The fact that English is even a barrier to most of these people. If Dadenokua or any other traditional practitioner to speak in his own native language of Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba, I'm telling you, they will explain themselves better. And what we are working on is the issue of regulation, evidence-based research and documentation. And we continue to develop on these things. Let me give you an example. For example, hello?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. An example I want to give you is I'm from Sokoto State, the seat of the Caliphate. And the leaders of Sokoto Caliphate over 200 years ago have written multiple books on medicine and health and well-being. Sheikh Usman Danfodio wrote a lot of books, on health, particularly mental health. There are a series of books, 10 of them. And the intellectual giant of Sokoto Caliphate, Sheikh Abdullah ibn Fodio, also wrote books. There's Masail al-Ihsan. There's a compendium of literature on different aspects of natural and medicine and health and well-being. He wrote on what we can call modern day pediatrics, maternal health, and ethics and codes of medicine. He even wrote on fake drugs and how caregivers should treat their patients, how patients should also be handled and diseases be documented up to the point of treatment. Sultan Muhammadu Bello wrote multiple books on eye diseases and ophthalmology, that is ophthalmology, and on kidney disease, nephrology. One of his famous books on nutrition of Adiwatul Didan, and another one Adiwatul Basu, talked about dysentery and worms. He classified worms, their types, and the kind of disease they have. There's also Ojiletul Rakibi that was written by Muhammad Tukur Dambinta that talked about nutrition. It's very important place in care and regeneration of patients. So these books currently, of course, we really want to thank His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto for translating these books in English and in Hausa, and in for people to use. And we are compiling that data with general consumption of Nigerians and beyond. These treatments of traditional complementary medicine are for preventive and promotive medicine and well-being. We are not in competition with allopathic or modern medicine. Probably if I might use the catchphrase of the security agencies, we are for the non-kinetic treatment, which is the base of healthcare in Nigeria, while modern medicine is more of kinetic currently, and that's the tip of the iceberg. It's mainly modern medicine has been more of pushing on the curative aspect, when the major basic primary healthcare component, that is the base of the pyramid, is has not been where we wanted, and that's why currently we are still ravaging with the killer diseases of children. We are still battling with tuberculosis, malnutrition, and other cases of epidemics, Lassa fever, meningitis, and the rest. But with complementary and traditional medicine, being given the proper role to play, they can really help at the grassroots level in health education, in nutrition, in water, sanitation, and hygiene. And that will really prevent most of these diseases. And they are with the people. And when I was in the National Assembly, I personally distributed traditional and complementary medicinal therapies to members, and hundreds of members came to my office to collect during COVID. COVID remedies, and we interacted with NAFDAC, and they approved it. So a lot of Nigerians, as our other presenters said, 80% use traditional and complementary medicine. Let me repeat: we are for preventive, promotive health and well-being. Nobody says in traditional medicine you're going to open the brain of a patient and do surgery on brain tumors, or open heart surgeries, or do kidney transplant. No, the main thing is promotive, preventive health and well-being, so that Nigerians will benefit from the basic levels of primary care before you go to also and end up with the curative component, which still comes down with with high morbidity and mortality. So we are merely non-kinetic. We don't cut patients. We don't do surgeries. The kinetic component still goes with our hospitals and our orthodox doctors, which we have great respect for, and we continue to collaborate with.